I'm joined now by artist Kelsey Martin. Kelsey, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk about all of the different facets of your creativity because you are really multi-talented. Let's start with your photography work. When did you get involved in photography and really kind of fall in love with it?
Yeah, so I've been shooting since 2016. I actually am here from Fort Wayne. I went to the University of St. Francis and I have my bachelor's in communication arts and graphic design, but I took a concentration in photography. And I actually ended up loving photography more than what I went to school for. I kind of realized that like my junior year.
Yeah.
St. Francis takes you all the way back to film. So I even got to like be in the dark room and like develop and learn how to load film, all of that.
Yeah.
And then they switch you over to DSLR, and that's what my medium that I work in now. So I think what just like captured me, I guess, is like being able to like capture emotion in a picture. So I take portraits more. I'm really not that great at taking pictures of like watches and glass and metal. So I'm like, I need something that will like, if I tell you to smile, you're gonna smile. If I tell you to sit this way, you're gonna sit. So so 2016 is when I started. And then when I got outside of college, like the whole graphic design thing didn't really work out for me like I thought it would. So I kind of was just, hey, do you want to take a picture? Come to the studio, like to the point where like I was shooting so much that I'm like, okay, I think I can like actually go into business with this.
Was that scary? Because I feel like we live in an age where, you know, cell phone cameras are so powerful and great that a lot of people who are not photographers kind of fancy themselves photographers. So did you have a moment of like, can I make this a business when everybody and their dog thinks they're a photographer?
Yes. I even still have those moments now. Because I like, you know, Apple comes out with a new iPhone every like year and the camera just keeps getting better. And me as a photographer, I'm like, this is better than my camera, you know? But like, it all boils down to like, people who do that, they only last a season, I like to say. And like the people who are really, really into it, like me, who has been doing it for like a long time, I have meaning behind my pictures. And I'm not saying that people who do shoot with like cell phones and stuff don't, but you can kind of tell within the work, like, hey, we just took a shot, rather as like we took like a long lasting shot. So.
Okay, tell me about how your education sort of lent itself to the way you shoot now. I mean, knowing going all the way back to film and knowing how things work in the darkroom, that kind of thing, does that inform your choices now, or is it just a good foundation?
I just think it's a good foundation. I would love to shoot film, but film is kind of expensive now. So, and I'm only 27. I'm a single mom at 27. So I'm like, but honestly, the darkroom actually helps because I use a program called Lightroom, which is, did you get it? Lightroom. And so everything that I learned in the darkroom is digital now. So like exposure, saturation, vibrance, like grain, all of that I could like manipulate in film, I can do it digitally on the computer now. So I really think I had a one-up going to school, even though that wasn't my major, like having those like 5-6 classes I did have to take. I feel like if I didn't take it, I would probably just be, you know, and laying out magazines and instead of like being able to like create my own story and like create a long lasting story for other people too.
So let's talk about creating stories because you really do that as well. And you have a podcast. Like I said, you're multi-talented. So what sort of, what media really lights you up the most? You mentioned that in college it ended up being photography, but as you kind of dabble in all of these other things, what are you finding is most exciting right now?
I'm a people person. Like I love being around people, and I think my podcast is what really like showed me that. That, and then I also host art shows. So my biggest thing is creating a platform for people who really want to get into whatever medium they are in, but they don't know where to start. Because I feel like that's kind of how I was. Is like I went to school 4 years for one thing, and now I'm like, you know, like now I have to try to figure out like, And it's not easy getting everybody to like recognize your work or like getting placements for your work. So I think between me hosting my art shows and like me doing the podcast, which is called The Vent, and it's basically a platform for artists to come on and basically put themselves out there. Like, tell me what you want the world to know, so that way like we can figure out how to plug you here or like get you a spot here, maybe a job here, you know what I'm saying? So people are my thing. I love talking to people. I love learning about people. I love capturing people. So I think I'm kind of going into the season now where like photography is great. I will still always do it, but I really want to like dabble into like, how can I reach my community and help my community the way that like my community helped me. And I think Fort Wayne is doing like a great job right now in the artist community of like trying to seek out artists, like the murals here in town and like some of the festivals we've had. And I'm even working right now to like try to build a collective of people who just don't feel like they're heard right now in the art community, and like we put on our own thing so that way people in the community can like see it and start coming in. So I do have a lot of friends who are in the music scene right now, who need like direction for music videos and photography and photo shoots and things like that. So they come to me and they're like, hey, I just want you to just do whatever like you see fit for my look. I'll tell you what I'm trying to convey, and like whatever you do it. So I'm working with a lot of like hip hop and rap people right now, just solidifying their look. Like, you have the talent, and now we have to show the role, we have to show the part. And so I would love to like direct a music video. I would love to like put together a whole photo shoot and like a whole rollout from like, okay, you're dropping this album this time, this is what we need to post on social media, this is what we need to interview, this is what we need to do. And then your album's here, so that way we're leading up. People are like so ready for this album, and you're gonna get such a great like outcome out of it. So I think I still need that. I still need to be able to pour into my community, but I think my way of doing that in order for me to still feel like I'm doing something personal is utilizing them at the same time.
So you, it sounds like you want to like creative direct, kind of like the whole process. Is that daunting to you? Because when I think of that, you know the end result, and then you kind of reverse engineer it. I'm like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And how do you even know where to start? And does that light you up and excite you, or does it just intimidate you? Because it scares the crap out of me.
Yeah. I think it does a little bit of both. Like,
and maybe that's great.
Yeah, it does a little bit. It keeps you on your toes. Just like going back to social media, I'm really into like Black culture and like hip hop, pop culture, like just the whole like scene and how things are like being put together, like the facets of like music labels and like having a label back you up and like them having this look for you and things like that. So I kind of study that, and I kind of just like figure out like, okay, how can I do this like OG's way? You know what I'm saying? And so it's intimidating because I'm putting all this work into it and it might fail. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, at least I did it, you know? And then the exciting part of it is like the person that I'm working with didn't even think that they could do all of what they're doing. And now we're doing shoots, we're doing this, we're doing that. And so now when you go on to do your next thing, even if it's not with me, you feel confident because like, hey, I've already done this rodeo. So I think it's like a catch-22. It's like, it's super exciting, but at the same time, there's always that, we're human, there's always that lingering fact of like, what if I fail? Because I'm not failing myself. I kind of feel like I'm failing that person too, because like you're trusting me into like essentially their brand, you know?
Yeah. Okay, so when you are on a set or when you are doing a photo shoot, do you have a clear picture in your mind of what you want to create? Or is it sort of an evolving, just depending on the situation, it comes to be, it's a living, breathing thing? Or do you know exactly what you're going for? Like, tell me about that process.
Yeah, so it's really organic. It's really whatever the vibe kind of is when that person comes. I do ask like, hey, like, what's your purpose of the shoot? Are you just, there's people that will pay you just to have pictures posted on Instagram, or there's like a specific neat. Like I just did like a whole like surprise engagement. Like they did a photo shoot and then like I got to capture him like proposing also, and we had their family come with pumpkins, and it was just like a really great thing. So like that was put together with a purpose, because the end game was for her to say yes.
Yeah.
But like on a regular day, if I'm just shooting, my thing is, have you seen anything that other photographers have done? Anything that's inspired you? How do you want to feel at the end of the day? How do you want to convey like your pictures? What do you want people to think? So I don't go in. I know some people sketch where certain lights are going to be, and I'm just like, hey, let's just set up a light and like set up a background, and it's like I just tap in, and I'm just like, okay.
What's so interesting to me is that it sounds like even in your photography work, in your creative direction, even that's collaborative.
Yeah.
Because instead of coming in with the idea of what you want, you come in with the right questions to ask.
Yeah.
So, and then based on those answers, you can work with the artist and make something, or the subject, whether they're an artist or not, and make something really cool happen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you for all of the beauty you bring to Fort Wayne and the community and the world.
Thank you so much.
Pretty special.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.